guys, it's Karen Purdy with Mixed Media Art Journey, and I wanted to do a process video showing how I made the 4 journals that I showed yesterday that I'm giving away. And if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll include a link in the description below. So this is just a process video showing how I made these 4 journals, and it is sped up. So if you're looking to learn how to make these journals, I really recommend signing up for the free course, which I'll also link in the description below. So here I'm working on the covers first, and I'm doing them all at once. I knew I was going to make 4 journals, so I chose 4 placemats from Dollar Tree, and I'm peeling the stickers off. And the journals I'm making are all A5 sized, which means you can basically take a letter size, a couple letter size pieces of paper and fold them in half, and it's about A5 size. So that's 5.5 inches wide and 8.25 inches tall. It actually measures to be 8.5 inches tall, so that's why I say about A5. But so I'm cutting the covers down to the right size, which for that notebook or that size journal, you're going to want it to be 9 inches long and about, oh no, I'm sorry, 9 inches tall and about 12 inches long. Again, depending on how many inserts you have. So the size of your cover will vary based on the size of your journal and all the notebooks or inserts you're keeping in there. And you'll notice that I do include smaller size notebooks inside this journal. So that's what's great about that, is as long as it's that size or smaller, you can really fit whatever you want in there. So then I go through and I'm threading the elastic band through each of the covers. And I also, for the outside one, I pick a charm for each journal. And in one of them, you'll see I add another little charm up to the top. And there's one part that I didn't edit out where it shows that I do kind of struggle with the outside one. It keeps slipping through while I'm measuring it. I didn't edit that out because I wanted to show you that that does happen, even to me, even though I make a lot of these. Sometimes it's a fight, and you just gotta kind of power through it. And for these journals, I picked different charms or beads to decorate. I was very careful about picking, charms and beads that really matched with the cover. Something that was also kind of, I don't want to say generic, but, it wasn't as personalized as it would be if I were giving this as a gift to somebody I know. If I were, I may actually go out and find the perfect bead for them. But in this case, I was just raiding my stash, and I had some, I guess you could say, generic beads that actually ended up looking pretty nice with these covers, and I was happy with how it came out. And on one of these journals, I added the charm to the outside, the top of the binding elastic. Before I threaded it back through, I just kind of stuck a charm on there. So if you do take the course and make your own journals and want to start doing some extras, that's a nice little step you can add as well. So here I am creating the signatures or the sections or the notebooks, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just taking some sheets of graph paper and folding them in half. These are already letter sized, so these inserts were actually pretty simple, just counting out so many pages and sectioning them off and then folding in half. And I go over the crease with my scissors. I use them as a bone folder. And then I do have some planners and journals that I grabbed at Dollar Tree that I thought looked really nice with this cover. So I'm just peeling the stickers off, and I may make a few modifications, but then I stick them in there using the same exact trick where you tie an elastic band, or with smaller sizes you can use a rubber band, but you use that to insert them. And then I use some letter size cardstock to create the covers for each of the inserts. And once I have one folded in half, I just insert the insert and I staple it right on the line. I use a binder clip to keep everything straight when I do this. And I'm using a long arm stapler. A regular size stapler won't really reach unless you're making a smaller notebook. And then after I have two of the notebooks finished with the covers, I will tie them together with the elastic band and stick them in a journal. And you'll see me go through and I pick, the letter size cardstock. I pick the right size cover to go with the journal cover altogether. So, the journal number 4 has a more rustic look to it, so brown paper fits a little bit better than the purple I use in the more feminine journals. Yeah. I'm sure by now you're sick of hearing my voice, and there's no need to narrate everything going on when I'm still doing the same thing. So I'm going to put some music on, and if there's anything else that needs to be said, I'll pop back in then. So here you're going to see me make the folders, which I do with 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. I cut it down to 11 inches on one side, and the other side I leave at 12, but I score it at about 9 inches, and then I fold that side up to create the folder. Yeah, and then you'll see me, fold it and cut it, and there we go. Okay, well, that song ended, and I wanted to explain that I took one of the planners that I bought from Dollar Tree and I removed the cover, and then I cut a piece of scrapbook paper to glue to I used double sided tape, but to adhere to the outside. So I just created a new cover that I liked better. and it fit the whole theme of the journal. So that's how I did that. And yeah, now I'm decorating the cover with stickers. And this is something I usually do if I'm giving a journal as a gift to somebody. I like to really customize it to their interests. And depending on how crafty they are, I'll probably decorate it as well. The reason I didn't do that with most of these journals is I know that this is a giveaway to some very creative people in my group, and I think you'll have fun decorating the covers for yourself. But I did want to decorate in this one just to show you that it's not, take it as it is. You can make it whatever you want, and I want you to have fun with it. So this one started. You are welcome to add more or cover up what I did and start over. You can do whatever you want. And the others, you same thing. You can decorate however you want. You may want to include a label for each section, just to, not exactly like a planner, but to kind of encourage you as far as what each notebook canner should be used for. Oh, and then I had a coupon at Staples for $10 off a $10 purchase, and I used that to buy this pretty lilac paper, which this is the first time I used it, and I was just so excited about that. And now I want to go get all different colors of paper and gold and make a rainbow journal, and oh, the options are endless. And I'm also cutting down some watercolor paper. This was not letter sized, so I did have to cut it down to letter size, about 11 inches by 8 1/4. And I fold these individually because they are thicker than your standard copy paper or graph paper. So once they're folded, then I stack them up. And I did not staple this one. Instead, I just held it together with elastic. There's a few reasons I didn't staple. I feel that with watercolor paper, if you're going to attach them, that you should sew it and not staple it. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like stapling watercolor paper just doesn't really fit. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, so I won't ever staple that. I'll sew it or just stick it in the elastic. It's still easy. And I'm just adding these last inserts to 3 of the journals with the pretty lilac paper. It seemed to fit with 3 of them, not the last one. And yeah, so I do hope that you enjoyed this process video. It was really hard for me to figure out what to say for all 14 minutes of it. So, yeah, I hope that this helps. And if you want a slow down version, please take the free course posted in the description below. Thank you. I hope this video inspires you to be creative and have fun. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.